Hello everyone and welcome back to another week of Road to VGC Worlds 2016. Now, I've had a few technical difficulties while trying to get people to battle me, and honestly some not very competitive teams. I can't say a 1400 player will be a very competitive person, but I just can't risk getting disconnects and things like that because it is my time as well, and I can't be doing all of that recording and not have a video to show for it. So that's why I'm back on battle spots. I'll see how I deal with that in the future. But for now, we're up against a very interesting Trick Room team. Venusaur, Aromatisse, Rhyperior, Slowbro, so two potential Megas, Breloom, and Kecleon. So Kecleon I know has Protean, it has Fake Out. So with that in mind, I might be forced to lead Kangaskhan. Is it Mega Slowbro though? I want to lead Kangaskhan Thundurus. I want Amoongus in the back. Amoongus can't do a lot in this battle, and I don't know if I want Landorus or Heatran. Under Trick Room, Heatran will be faster, but it can't touch Slowbro. Yeah, I even want Gardevoir for the Psychic. I might bring Gardevoir actually. It can also change back the Trick Room. Not entirely sure. No, Landorus. Gonna go Landorus. I'm very tempted to lead Gardevoir, but I'm gonna go Landorus. I can set up right away with Kangaskhan or Thundurus. I can also set up substitutes. If you guys haven't kept up with the video so far and what team I'm using, my team looks pretty standard, double Mega, but almost every single Pokemon has a surprise. So he leads, wow, he leads Breloom, Kecleon. So I'm not too scared of either, to be honest. The Fake Out, do we exchange Fake Outs here? Or does, I mean, the Protect from Breloom is very obvious here. It's really obvious. It's so obvious that I'm going to Power Punch the Kecleon, and I'm going to try to substitute the Thundurus here. I really think Breloom will protect. I will be very surprised if it doesn't. Yep, there's the Protect. Perfect. As long as he doesn't Fake Outs. As long as he Fake Outs. Oh, he's not even going to Fake Out. Never mind. What's Kecleon going to do? Goes for a Shadow Sneak. Onto Thundurus. He went... Oh! He changed his typing, going after Kangaskhan. Wow. Very interesting move on my opponent's part. But now I can simply Frustration the Breloom to take it out. And I'm going to set up a Nasty Plot here. I don't think Kecleon is a threat. There's my Nasty Plot. He might go for a Mach Punch. He might go for a double up on Kangaskhan and take it out. But there's no guarantee of that. There's a Mach Punch. That's a crit. That's not a crit. That's life for Breloom. Wow. That is life for Breloom. And that's bulky as fuck. And that, wow. Okay. So my opponent, wow. I'm speechless. There's no other way to put this. I am absolutely speechless. I have no idea what just happened here. Mach Punch, bulky Breloom, Trick Room Kecleon. What the heck? I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Kecleon. I hope he goes after Kangaskhan to finish it off. There's the Shadow Sneak. On to Thundurus then. Does that break my sub? It doesn't. Perfect. And he went for the Mach Punch on Amoongus, or Kangaskhan rather, which is Amoongus, which is perfect. No Rocky Helmet for me, which means Breloom is still alive, but it's not threatening either of my Pokemon. And wow, Kecleon barely survives. It barely survives. Now let's see here. Does Breloom protect? I'm gonna Foul Play the Breloom. And wow. Mach Punch Life Orb. And I'm gonna Hidden Power Ice, just in case he brings Rhyperior for the Kecleon. There's a Foul Play, perfect. He also didn't go for Shadow Sneak, but I don't know. Okay, he goes for Recover. Ugh, so I should have gone for the Thunderbolt. Kecleon has Trick Room, Shadow Sneak, Recover. It's honestly not an offensive threat, so I don't mind it staying alive. I really don't. Amoongus should underspeed everything on my opponent's team. His best Pokemon now would be Mega Venusaur, but he actually brings in Slowbro. So I'm just gonna do the obvious move. I'm gonna Spore the Kecleon and I'm gonna Thunderbolt. If he protects, it's perfectly fine. Doesn't even Mega Evolve. Wow. Doesn't even Mega Evolve. So it's Mega Venusaur? Wow, Flamethrower. That's obviously not gonna be enough, but that's a very nice surprise my opponent had there. Kecleon takes its first turn of sleep. Thunderbolts +2 will KO this Slowbro unless it's Focus Sash, which it isn't. So now the battle is 4 against 2. There's only one turn of Trick Room left, which is great for us. Kecleon is asleep, and that's Aromatisse. So I'm gonna Foul Play the Kecleon because it's physically offensive, and I'm gonna Thunderbolt the Aromatisse. The Foul Play should beat the Kecleon. Misty Terrain, is that going to wake up the Kecleon? I have no idea what Misty Terrain does, but doesn't matter because Kecleon is gone. And now Aromatisse might survive this turn, but Trick Room will be over. It does hang on. That's a very nice bulky Pokemon. Trick Room ends, so all I have to do is Spore and Thunderbolt. So, as you can see, Nasty Plot substitute Thundurus is putting in some really nice work. Substitute gives you a very nice advantage over Trick Room. We did have Amoongus as well. Kecleon was surprising, but it wasn't an offensive threat. Life Orb Mach Punch doesn't even KO 4 HP, no investment Kangaskhan. So, with that in mind, we'll get onto the second battle. At least we saw some very nice and interesting Pokemon. It's rare to see Aromatisse, it's rare to see Kecleon for sure. And it's rare to see a Breloom survive a hit from Mega Kangaskhan. So, now we're back over the original 1500 rating. Hopefully we'll be able to stay on track and get more wins. Now we're up against a person from Saudi Arabia who's using a very interesting team. Now he's using Kangaskhan, a lot more standard than the previous one. Conkeldurr, Aegislash, Landorus, Suicune, and Thundurus. So Kangaskhan is just so good. I really have a hard time finding reasons not to lead with Kangaskhan, honestly. I really do. Gonna lead Gardevoir though. Gonna lead Gardevoir Amoongus, so I can redirect. I want Thundurus in the back, and I do want Landorus actually. Do I want Heatran actually? No, I want the double Genie. I could also lead double Genie. That's something I haven't done in a long time. I'm very tempted to lead double Genie. Also tempted to lead Landorus Amoongus. I think I like that the most. I'm scared of Conkeldurr though. Conkeldurr is definitely a big threat. I'm gonna lead Landorus Amoongus with the double Genie in the back. I think Thundurus will be the key to sweep in this battle. Now, if he leads Kangaskhan, there will definitely be some mind games in terms of protects and fake outs and potential spore. Okay, Thundurus, Suicune. So 1, 2. Amoongus is really well positioned here. I trace the pressure. Now I am very tempted to Hyper Voice here and protect. I don't think a double up from both Pokemon takes me out. Question is, do I Rage Powder to be safe, or do I protect Amoongus, or do I Spore? Do I want Trick Room? I don't think I want Trick Room. I'm going to Hyper Voice, and I'm going to switch? No. And I'm going to protect. But if that's the case, then I should set up Trick Room. We'll see how this goes. No switches from either side. Thunduruses usually don't have Taunt anymore. They have Swagger, which I hate. But there's the Taunt. Amoongus protects. Perfect. Suicune goes for the Snarl. That's another move I don't like to see. Snarl. My Hyper Voice will connect. That's a critical hit. Citrus Berry is gone. Suicune didn't receive a lot of damage, and it might be Rocky Helmet. No. I don't want to break my Sash. My Landorus is Sash. So I'm just gonna Hyper Voice once again. And Foul Play? Do I reveal Foul Play already? Gonna try and Spore the Suicune. No, he goes right out for the Taunt. That's fine. That is fine. Hyper Voice connects with both. Doesn't KO. Snarl connects with my Pokemon. But Suicune is now at a very low health. I am at -2. But both of my opponent's Pokemon are at very, very low health. So, what does he do here? Amoongus isn't a threat for him. Does he? I kind of want to double switch. I don't think he's going to... What does Suicune do? That's the question. I'm going to switch. Am I going to switch? Or do I try to set up Trick Room? I have no idea what to do, honestly. It's just the -2 is very annoying. Gonna protect Gardevoir. And I'm going to bring in Landorus in Amoongus because I think he will assume Amoongus is no longer a threat and go against Gardevoir. He could also double up against Amoongus though. But in this position, Landorus is very threatening. Landorus should outspeed both of my opponent's Pokemon. Okay, Suicune reveals Protect. And perfect. Thundurus knows Taunt and T-Wave. That's very interesting. Now, I think I bring in Amoongus. And either I Protect or I Rock Slide here. Is that Thundurus faster? That's the big question here. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm going to Protect. Next turn I can Rage Powder away whatever my opponent tries to do, and I can potentially flinch that Suicune, which we know doesn't have Tailwind. He for sure doesn't expect the Protect. He goes for a Thunder Wave once again. So he was just assuming he was going to lose Thundurus. Goes for the Icy Wind. Icy Wind kind of makes it so I don't think I can take down Suicune though. Going to Protect Amoongus. And I'm going to Rock Slide. If I don't flinch and he gets the Icy Wind off, fine. At least Amoongus isn't getting taunted. Wow. Thundurus didn't taunt. Icy Wind and Scald, obviously. And I get the flinch. Wow. That was definitely very lucky on my part. Extremely, extremely lucky. He brings in Conkeldurr. Now, I'm going to try to Spore the Conkeldurr, and I'm going to Protect once again. He probably wants to Ice Punch the Landorus. Suicune goes for another Icy Wind. An Ice Punch from Conkeldurr shouldn't take down Amoongus at almost 80% HP. My Amoongus probably has negative speed at this point. Amoongus doesn't get fully paralyzed and gets the Spore off, which is amazing. And now I'm going to switch out Amoongus for Thundurus, and I'm going to Earthquake. I think Earthquake should take down Suicune. At that range, Conkeldurr has one turn guaranteed sleep. The Earthquake fortunately doesn't hit my Thundurus. Earthquake, Earthquake isn't enough. And he goes for the Icy Wind again. Oh, now I'm in trouble. Although, how much damage did the Icy Wind do? It did 36, so it's not going to be enough to break a substitute. And I might still be faster than Suicune after the Icy Wind drop. I don't think so, but I might be. Nope. There's the Icy Wind. As long as he doesn't crit Thundurus, he won't break the sub. Okay, great. I still have my sub up, so even though I'm at -1 speed, that's perfectly fine. Now, will Conkeldurr stay asleep? Suicune finally goes down. And Conkeldurr woke up and went for the Ice Punch on Thundurus. Wow. So his last Pokemon will be Kangaskhan. For sure. We know Conkeldurr knows Ice Punch. He can take down both of my Pokemon here. The question is... yeah, I think I'm going to sacrifice Thundurus. I'm going to try a Thunderbolt, but I'm going to sacrifice Thundurus. Amoongus shouldn't go down to an Ice Punch. I will have Redirection, although a 75% chance of Redirection with Amoongus, and I still have Mega Gardevoir in the back. That's going to be the key here. all I need to do is take down that. I will also have an Intimidate, which is great for me. Kang just goes for the return, straight up. So I will be taking a nice punch to the face. I can't get frozen. Wow, that does a lot of What's with the critical hits today? What is it with the critical hits today? Okay, I Intimidate, which is great. Here, I'm going to Rage Powder Earthquake. Because that will put Gardevoir on a 1v1 against an intimidated Kangaskhan. And that should be enough for the win. Oh, okay, that doesn't matter. Kangaskhan is still at -1. He might think I'll be stuck into Earthquake now. I take down both Pokemon. But now I can simply Hyper Voice Earth Power, or Hyper Voice Super Power, sorry, and that will be game for sure. Kangaskhan is at -1, so unless he gets a critical hit on my Gardevoir, I should have the game won. I really should have the game won. He might expect the Earthquake to go into... He might expect me to Earthquake once more, but the combination of both of my attacks will be enough to KO the Kangaskhan. The superpower is almost enough. Almost enough. Hyper Voice obviously finishes the game for us, and that's a second win in a row, thankfully. Pretty great match, this one, despite getting paralyzed and things like that. We did get a very lucky flinch against Suicune, but I'm not entirely sure how important it was. And I guess my opponent, yep, he disconnected. He rage quit. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will try to resume the battles against viewers when I try to... I don't know, I have to devise... I think the best way is to just ask in the VGC groups, because that will guarantee people who play constantly and who have competitive teams. So until I get a lot more followers on Twitter, I think that's what I'm going to do, but I might give it a try once in a while. But yeah, that will be all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in Spanish or on Thursday in English. Bye bye.